Hey y'all, this is Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 9 Reunion Part 3. Okay, I didn't do last week's Part 2 because it fucking sucked. I already said that in the first part, um, that, it was very lackluster and that people, are anticipating this a whole lot, so you better bring it. And so on the second one, they didn't. Okay, they had to wait, make us wait to the third part to get some type of, juiciness or something. Even with that, um, that whole part at the end about Phaedra, they showed the clip so much, the preview so much that I already kind of figured some of this stuff out. So I wasn't that shocked. But anyways, so I'm gonna just talk about what stood out to me on this reunion. I did watch this uh reunion about 3-4 days ago. So anyways, so they have all the men there. They have Bob, Todd, and Peter. I guess those are all the men. And so they start with Bob, and they ask Bob, about the whole thing with Sheree. Candy's like, I've never, I've known Bob for a long time. I've never known him to act like that, so I was shocked. And so they asked him how did Bob feel about it. He was like, yes, people have been asking me, you have a daughter. How would you feel about that? A man treating her like that. And he was like, let me just say that, those were bad jokes. And I love Sheree, and I would, I would be really hurt if she was out of my life. She's a great mother, and I really love her. And it was like, Sheree, do you believe him? And she was like, I believe him now. Now that he didn't, watch himself and seen how ridiculous he looks, and how, people on social media are keep coming for him. I believe he's genuine now. And so they asked him, would they be continuing on with trying to make a relationship? And she's like, you know what? I think we would be better off of being friends. Okay, he can't give me what I need right now. And before this past couple of seasons with Bob, and he's, this good, fun, goofy guy, I was rooting for Bob. I was, you go, Bob, you get her back. Y'all, fix the family up, right? But then when y'all was in Hawaii and you said all that, I'm like, damn, Bob, you really haven't changed. So, anyways, that's basically it for them. They start talking about Portia's relationship with the other Todd, and Peter was like, oh yeah, I just want to say, Portia, where's Todd? Well, he should be here with you. Oh, well, we text and stuff like this, but we're on pause, okay? And so we just got really good news though, and he was like, oh, okay. She was like, our good news is that he just got a job in DC. And Candy and everybody was like, woo! We thought she was gonna say she was pregnant. Good for you, Todd, for getting away. And she's like, oh, no. He just got a job, so that's good news for us. How's that good news for y'all if y'all on break? Well, I guess you weren't going to get back with him if he got a job, but he got a job in D.C. and not in Atlanta. Seems like he's going backwards. Anyways. So, they bring up the whole baby nut stuff, and yeah, it was crazy. And Peter's in the back, he's kind of drunk and he ain't feeling this. He like turning to tell, that's some bullshit. That's some, even the kingy, that's some bull. Who does that? Who does that? And so they asked Phaedra why didn't she want Portia to go through with having a baby. She was like, well, because I just want her. I want more for her, and I just want her to have the whole package. And Peter was like, "So Portia, you're divorced, right?" And she was like, "Yes." Mm, yeah, you are. So I'm like, yes, Peter. Yes. He made her feel so. Ooh, he made her feel so uncomfortable, bitch, because he know you lying. Him and Apollo Todd, they like the Three Musketeers. They know your ass is lying. So they continue to talk to they continue to talking to Andy, and Peter's like, I can't deal with this shit. They so full of shit. I can't deal with it. And he done had a little drink in his system. He's still mad about that season that Portia went and been messy on the reunion and told Cynthia that, oh yeah, he's messing with his 18 and 19-year-old waitresses. So he's still mad about that because I mean it really kind of just fucked up their marriage. And like Cynthia said, an 18 and 19-year-old would have liked the attention. They would have came out and said, "Oh yeah, I'm the person that's been messing with Peter." But nobody came out. It's been a couple of years now, and nobody's come out. That means that she was just being fucking messy, and then she done had a hand in causing this big disturbance in their marriage. Okay, just cause you divorced don't mean that you can go fuck up other people's marriages. Anyways, so he's pissed. He walks off. He tells Todd and Cynthia that he's gonna walk off, and then Andy turns around like, "Well, what happened to Peter? Well, why did he walk off?" And Cynthia was like, "He just said he has to go." He goes in the back. He's just like, "Give me a drink. Give me a drink. I just can't deal with that bullshit out there." And Cynthia, if you could have been stronger men, you could have been great. So I mean, yeah, I feel bad. I would have liked them to work their marriage out. I actually like Peter. I know a lot of people be calling him Patricia and saying that he needs a peach, and I can understand some of that because he's very opinionated. But I like Peter, especially after that. He to me he made the reunion better. So I went and followed him on Instagram after that. That shit was just hilarious to me. I'm so glad he made them two feel so uncomfortable. So anyways, what else happened? Uh what else happened? I believe they were arguing. Todd and Phaedra were arguing about throwing shade, and Shamik comes out and Phaedra's like, I really just said that whole thing about being in the not even being in the closet, because that's Portia saying about Shamik and Candy fucking because of what Shamik was saying about me sleeping with her husband. And so Candy was just collateral damage. And so they was like, but you can't just be treating people like that, just be making up lies and shit about them. And Ty was like, I just feel like it's very funny how they got so much shit to say about my wife, but they never said it to her face. And so Portia was like, oh, I said something to her face, and he was like, you did, and you made up more lies. So, Todd is like, it's crazy. And Phaedra's like, well, wait a minute. They always talking, coming back, saying stuff about me, talking about what they heard in the streets. And Todd and Candy's like, no, we don't. No, we don't. There are plenty of stuff that we hear that are, in the streets that we do not say. And Todd's like, cause everybody know the feds are still watching. Phaedra ain't had nothing to say. You don't hear Phaedra get quiet too many times. Okay, unless she just the foot is in the mouth. Okay, so her and Shami is arguing, over the whole husband stuff. Shami is like, "You're a whore. You've been doing that. You're a snake. You're a snake." And Portia's trying to you know, explain why her and Shami fell out, and why she piggybacked off of Phaedra saying, "Oh, that Shami and Todd and Candy were all fucking," and was like, "Oh yeah, well they're really close." And so she's like, "Well, I didn't mean anything about by it. I was just saying that they're really close." They was like, "No, you did. You were implying that we're all sleeping together. That's what you're doing." And so she was like, "Well, I'm sorry if I made you feel." And then Kenya's like, "It ain't about how you made him feel, it's about what you did." And so they like, "What you said?" She was like, "I said it's not about, how you made her feel, it's about what you said." And then Portia's like, "Shut the fuck up, okay? Nobody's talking to you. Shut the fuck up." And they was like, she's like, "You don't tell me to shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up." And Andy was like, "But you didn't interrupt." I didn't interrupt. Okay? I didn't interrupt her. But she ain't gonna tell me to shut the fuck up. Portia, she's right. It's not about how you made her feel. It's about what you did. You were wrong. Admit it. You were wrong. Okay? So, anyways. So, yeah, I mean, Shamir was giving it to Phaedra. Phaedra and, I believe Kenya said something about it on one of the other parts. Phaedra got rehearsed lines, rehearsed, reads, and you had nothing prepared for Shamir. You had nothing to say but "girl bye, girl bye, girl bye." So, anyways, so Shamir ends up leaving. Did Shamir leave? I don't even think Shamir. Fuck that. So, anyways, so they get into the whole story of Candy and Todd and Portia in the club. And they like, "How you gonna lie and say, oh, I didn't do that," when Candy first said something to you about it. Uh, then you was like, "Well, I don't remember, but Candy was sober and I was drunk." So they was like, "Wouldn't it make more sense if if she would remember it since you were drunk?" She was like, "Well, she mentioned it, so it must have meant something to her." And they was like, "You mentioned it too." So it must have meant something to you too. And Portia's like, "You know what? I did, it could have had, I did kiss him in the club." They was like, "Who initiated it?" Without a thought, Portia initiated it. And she was like, "Okay, yeah, I did," but I didn't say all that stuff about eating her out, and I wasn't gonna go that far with her. And she was like, "Well, I should have let you eat my pussy then, and lick my ass too." And we was just like, "Whew, Candy." And she was like, "I can smell it from over here." Okay, okay, whatever, Portia. You propositioned Candy. She turned you down. Y'all kissed more than once in the club. She turned you down. Admitted. It already came out on the text that she printed out. Okay? Admit it. So then they bring up the whole the whole drugging allegations and raping allegations, basically, or potential rape. And Portia's like, "You know what? I'm not going to speak on that, because I have received a cease and desist from Candy, so I will just have Phaedra talk, since she's the one that told me." And Candy like, "You said that?" To me, at that point, it wasn't that shocking. I thought that, of course, seeing all the previews, I thought that Portia, I mean not Portia, I thought that Phaedra had made a fake cease and desist, since supposedly the divorce decree that she brought up there was fake, and of course, that she went and lied and told Portia that Candy tried to do all this stuff, and Portia said that she told her that a year ago. So Phaedra, I mean, that's some dirty shit. You as an attorney should know better. You do know better, and you didn't do better. You didn't. You can't go out there and put those type of allegations out against somebody, and they're not true. That woman and man, because you did not just say Candy, you said Candy and Todd. That woman and man, they got businesses, they have children, they have a life, they have an image. What the fuck are you doing? They could lose it all. They could go to jail over something like that. That's not cool. And I heard that she got kicked off. I definitely think she should be kicked off. I thought her and Portia should be kicked off. But I understand why they would just definitely go after Phaedra, because Phaedra has been the one telling Portia that. But Portia hasn't been completely, you know, innocent in this also, because she has made up lies. The whole thing with her and Block, she just tried to make it seem like, how could Candy say something about that, like, about me like that? And come on, Portia. You slept with Block. You even said yourself, going back watching the show, that Candy, she completely downplayed it. So you had no business putting yourself in between Candy and Phaedra when Candy and Phaedra were both your friends. They both were your friends. Candy did a lot for you. She done put you in play. She done promoted your music. She done did a lot for you. She was actually there for you when you got divorced. I don't remember Phaedra being there for you. I don't even think Phaedra liked you back then. Anyways, so and Portia said to herself, I should have kept my mouth shut. Yes, you should have. Look what you did now. So that's it. Other than the whole journalism thing. Even Andy was like, journalism, and come on. She was like, so you're gonna try to downplay my job? And he was like, okay. I done saw a clip just yesterday, Dish Nation, basically cracking up laughing because she said that they were journalists. A journalism show. And they know damn well they not. Okay? But that's it. Thanks for watching. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. I don't even be on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram at Jazz, Jaz_Chapman. Peace.